Hello, my name is Mr. Darno, and I'm an art teacher here in glamorous Boyertown, Pennsylvania. And today I'm here to offer you a challenge. I would like you to create a non-permanent text-based conceptual art piece that's based around a quirk. What is a quirk, you may ask? A quirk is some kind of odd thing that you do that's usually subconscious. It may be some ritual that you do. Sometimes it annoys people. Sometimes it bothers yourself. You know, we may have been made fun of for having these little quirks. But today what we're going to do is we're going to take those quirks and we're going to celebrate them together. So instead of being embarrassed about it, I want you to make an art piece based on your quirks. This art piece we're going to be doing is going to be based on a photograph that you're going to take of your quirk. It is going to be non-permanent, so whatever you do shouldn't last. It should kind of self-destruct on its own. It's going to be text-based, which means you're going to be involving text within the photograph. And it's going to be conceptual, which means it doesn't really matter what it looks like. How pretty it is has nothing to do with what we're trying to do. What we're trying to do is get a point across the best way possible. There are a few rules. Along with it being non-permanent, and also it must include text, is that we don't want to include faces at all because we're going to be posting these. And really, it's not about you, it's about the quirk. And what we're trying to do is show you and other people that we have a lot of the same tendencies. And some of the things that we're kind of embarrassed about, you don't need to be because there's so many other people that also have those quirks. Sometimes they're really funny, sometimes they're very serious. You can kind of take this however you want. So to start with, I'd like to show you one of my samples. A quirk that I have is that I get bored very easily, and I'll be sitting and watching TV, and then all of a sudden somehow I get like magically transported in front of my refrigerator, and I'm looking down at a sandwich that I don't know where it came from, and then within 3 seconds I don't know where it went. So here's my photo of my quirk. So in my sample there, I wanted to kind of address the fact that I tend up eating things when I get bored. And so I made myself a sandwich out of peanut butter. And then I wrote, I get bored easily in the peanut butter. And then I'm not 100% sure what happened, but I may have eaten the sandwich. So it fell apart. So that's kind of your challenge, is to think about those weird, quirky things that you do and how you can express them with a photograph with text that kind of explains it. I'd like to show you two more samples of students I did. One is kind of more funny, and it's his culinary habits. And then another one is a little bit more serious with permission. I'm using this photograph, and she does include a little bit of her face. But I thought this was a really great example for you to see. So in the first example, it was a student who has a different drinking glass for different times of the day, which is, a little odd. And then the second one was a student who has a hard time kind of overdoing things, and she doesn't know when to stop. And so she wanted to kind of express that frustration with you. And so with this, you can be silly or you can be serious. It doesn't really matter. Just think about your life. If you don't think you have a quirk, ask one of your friends. You do. But grab a camera, grab a phone, grab a friend, take a picture of that quirk, include the text so it kind of explains to us what your quirk is, because sometimes you can't tell from a photo. Really think about the text, like what kind of materials can you use that really go along with it. Is there a way that you can actually use the material that makes up the quirk? It just kind of makes it more interesting and more conceptual for us. And that's pretty much it. Just be school appropriate, have a good time, submit several if you would like, because, we all kind of have those weird quirks, but just kind of celebrate being a big weirdo like the rest of us. All right, guys, good luck, and I'll talk to you soon.